Hello students. In the previous class we have discussed about the cell organelles, that is cell membrane we have talked about, cell wall we have talked about, Golgi bodies, then we have talked about endoplasmic reticulum. So today we will be discussing about further cell organelles. So first of all let us talk about lysosomes. Lysosomes were first discovered by Christian D. Dow. Lysosomes are basically the microscopic vesicular structures which are involved in intracellular digestion. Lysosomes basically these are those microscopic structures which are responsible for intracellular digestion. Intracellular digestion, and so they are known as lysosomes. The basic, they are present in, they are absent in eukaryotes. Sorry, they are absent in prokaryotes, but yes, they are present in eukaryotes. Then if we talk about the shape of the cells, so that is generally spherical in shape. The basic function of lysosomes is they perform two basic functions, that is autophagy and autolysis. Autophagy and autolysis, these are the two important functions of lysosomes. Autophagy means self-engulfing. Self-engulfing, and autolysis means cell death. So autophagy means under starvation they start engulfing their own cells, so that is autophagy. And when they the self digestion of cells by lysosomal enzymes occurs, that becomes autolysis. That is why they are also known as suicidal bags. If we talk about autophagy, so autophagy means the digestion of reserve food, or some organelles. When it occurs by digestion of reserve food or fragments of some organelles by lysosomal enzymes. So that is known as autophagy. If we talk about autolysis, so that involves self-digestion of cell. So that is self-digestion of cell by lysosomal enzymes. That is known as autolysis. So that is why lysosomes, they are also known as suicidal bags of the cells, or atom bombs we can call it. So this was all about your lysosomes. So lysosomes basically they are the digestive cells only which help in intracellular digestion. Autophagy and autolysis is the two main functions of the lysosomes. When they digest the reserve food or the fragments of cellular particles, so that is autophagy. When they self-digest the cells by this lysosomal enzymes, so that is autolysis. Next is ribosomes. As we have already talked about ribosomes earlier also, ribosomes basically they are the structures which smallest known microscopic structures. Their main function is basically in the protein synthesis. These are the smallest microscopic structures and perform main function of protein synthesis only. So they are found both in prokaryotes and eukaryotes both. So if we talk about types of ribosomes, so on the basis of sedimentation coefficient, on the basis of sedimentation coefficient, they are of two types, 70S ribosomes and 80S ribosomes. S ribosomes, these are found in prokaryotes, and 80S ribosomes, these are found in eukaryotes. So if we talk about this S, so this S is basically the Swedberg coefficient, as it was found by Swedberg, and it is based upon, this S is based upon the ultracentrifugation, right? So it is the coefficient which is obtained after the sedimentation of this ultracentrifugation process, right? So that sedimentation coefficient is known as Swedberg's coefficient also. So that is 70S and 80S, two types of ribosomes we have. The ribosomes, they are not covered by any unit membrane. They are known as naked organelles also. So next is the main function of ribosomes, as I told you, is protein synthesis. That is why they are also known as protein factories. Protein factories of the cell. So that is all about the ribosomes. Next, if we talk about is, next structure is mitochondria. Mitochondria is known as energy house of the cell. So it was very first discovered by Polliker. First of all, it was discovered by Polliker in 1880 in the voluntary muscles of flight insects only. Then next, the term was given by Benda. These mitochondria, these are absent in prokaryotes. But yes, they are present in eukaryotes. Except this mammalian RBCs. So if we talk about structure of this mitochondria again, it is a double membranous structure. It is having two membranes. So chloroplast and mitochondria are the two organelles which are double membranous. Okay? So it is formed of two layers. So if we talk about the structure of ribosome, so we have This is crista. The ribosomes present in mitochondria. This is matrix. Which contains enzymes. For protein synthesis. This is inner membrane. And the outer membrane. So this kind of structure is present in the mitochondria. So it consists of inner membrane, the outer membrane, the foldings of the inner membrane are present, this matrix which contains enzyme for protein synthesis as well as for lipid synthesis also. Protein synthesis and lipid synthesis, then membrane foldings which are known as crista and matrix is also present. This is intermembrane space over here. Intermembrane space. So this is the structure of mitochondria. The main function of mitochondria is that it is known as energy currency of the cell, and it is the site of aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration requires ATP, so that ATP energy is provided by this mitochondria, so it is the site of aerobic respiration. It is semi-autonomous organelle because it is having its own DNA, and it is able to perform the process of formation of energy. It is known as powerhouse of the cell or ATP mill also. We call it as powerhouse of cell, or we call it as the ATP mill also. So that is the main function of mitochondria. Next is, so this was the structure of mitochondria. Next is, if we talk about plastids. This term was given by Haeckel. In 1866. This the occurrence of plastids is they are basically found in plant cells and in few protists also. These plastids are basically found in plant cells. Somehow they are present in protists also. If we talk about the types of plastids, so they are of two types, chromoplast and leucoplast. Leucoplast and chromoplast. So leucoplast are the plastids which do not have any grana, which do not have any chlorophyll. Their main function is storage of food only. No grana, no chlorophyll. Main function is storage of food. If we talk about chromoplast, So their main function is they are pigmented, say they are colorful, and depending upon color is based on the exposed part, right? So they are colored plastids. So that was all about chromoplast. Tomorrow in the next lecture we'll be discussing about leucoplast and the chloroplast. Thank you.